So you're sitting at your kitchen table, laptop open, trying to join a Zoom call, and the signal keeps dropping. Meanwhile, your phone's hotspot is crawling like it's stuck in 2007. You've seen the ads for the weBoost Drive Reach Plus Home Complete Bundle. One box promises to fix both spots, but you've also heard stories about products that look great on paper and then flop the first time you actually use them. I get it. I've been burned by must-have gadgets before, so before you click Add to Cart, let me walk you through what this bundle actually delivers in day-to-day life, where it earns its keep, and where it might leave you wishing you'd gone with something simpler. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. This isn't just two boosters thrown in the same box, it's a deliberate pairing. The Home Complete is meant for your house. Think of it as a Wi-Fi extender for cell signals. If your living room or home office sits in a dead zone, the Home Complete can pull usable LTE indoors without needing a new carrier plan or a second SIM. The Drive Reach, on the other hand, is the in-car version that clamps onto your car's roof or mounts under the dash. It's designed to keep your phone's hotspot alive when you're parked at a rest stop or driving through rural stretches where even maps stutter. Together they're supposed to give you one continuous, stronger signal from your couch to your commute. Where it shines is in the handoff between home and car. If you regularly work from home but also travel to client sites or job sites, the idea is that you don't have to reboot your hotspot every time you leave the driveway. I tested it on a recent road trip where my usual carrier's signal vanished for 20 miles. The Drive Reach picked up a competing carrier's tower and kept my laptop tethered without dropping the call. Back at the house that evening, the Home Complete pulled the same signal through the walls, so my desktop didn't have to rely on the carrier's weak indoor signal. That kind of seamless handoff is exactly what the marketing promises, and in practice it works provided your local towers aren't completely non-existent. But here's the catch, it's not magic. If your entire neighborhood sits in a zero-bar dead zone, no booster will fix that. The Home Complete needs at least a faint outdoor signal to amplify. If your house is wrapped in aluminum siding or buried in a valley, you'll still see minimal improvement. Likewise, the Drive Reach can't conjure a signal out of thin air, it just makes the weak signal it can grab stronger. So if you're in a place where carriers themselves don't have towers, save your money and look into satellite messaging instead. Another real-world trade-off is power and placement. The Home Complete is a small white puck that plugs into a wall outlet. If your router or modem is in the basement and your desk is on the third floor, the puck needs to be somewhere in between to rebroadcast the signal effectively. That often means running an extension cord or finding a spot where the outlet isn't blocked by furniture. The Drive Reach, meanwhile, draws power from your car's 12-volt socket, so if you're driving an EV without that socket or you're using a power inverter, you'll need to plan accordingly. Neither device is huge, but neither is invisible either. Expect to see a small antenna on your roof and a white box on a shelf. Who should actually buy this bundle? If you split your work between a home office and a vehicle, think real estate agents, contractors, or field technicians, this setup can genuinely save you from the frustration of dropped calls and buffering video. It's also useful if you frequently travel through areas with patchy coverage and need to keep a hotspot alive for navigation or client communications. The no monthly fee angle is a real plus. Once you buy it, you're done, unlike some plans that nickel and dime you for data boosts. Who should skip it? If you're a city commuter who already gets 4 bars everywhere you go, you won't notice a difference. If you only work from home and rarely drive for business, the Home Complete alone would cover you and you'd save a couple $100. And if you're on a tight budget, there are cheaper single-device boosters that can still give you a noticeable bump in weak spots. Just don't expect the same seamless handoff between locations. One last thing to keep in mind, setup is DIY, but it's not always plug and play. The instructions are clear enough, but you may need to experiment with antenna placement to get the best results. If you're not comfortable tweaking settings or moving devices around, factor in a little time or maybe a friend who likes fiddling with tech. Bottom line, the weBoost Drive Reach Plus Home Complete bundle lives up to